Hi guys, welcome back to another yoga flow, and today we are going to be flowing to headstand. And do not worry if you cannot do headstand yet. I have a tutorial on this where I break it down a little bit more slowly, so I'll link that up above and in the description box below. But today's flow is going to be great for all the practices that could lead up into a headstand. So for this one, we're going to be warming up through our shoulders, warming up our core, but also warming up and finding length through our hamstrings. We need nice warm hamstrings to get our bum right over our shoulders, so that literally when we come into handstand, we step into it. We do not jump ever into handstand. It'll all become clear and make sense, I promise. But let's start in a toe stretch actually. So come into the back edge of your mat. Take your toes tucked under and then rest your sitting bones onto your heels. So we're going to warm up our posterior chain, so all the way from our feet, our calves and our hamstrings. Good. Close your eyes, and if it is intense, just see if you can soften into the breath. Just taking a few moments of stillness before we get moving today. Checking in with ourselves physically, mentally, energetically. And allowing ourselves to practice contentment and non-attachment throughout this practice. So just being content with where our practice is at today and non-attached to the final poses or goals in inverted commas, if you will. So non-attached to getting that headstand, just allowing yourself to flow and be wherever you're at today. So closing the mouth, breathe in and out of the nose now. And as you start to bring more awareness to the breath, maybe it starts to deepen, go with it. Keeping the jaw nice and soft as it does get intense through the feet. Blinking the eyes open. Come up onto the tops of your feet now. Feel that nice stretch. Good. Take a little shimmy of the hips, side to side, massage into the top of the ankle. Well done. Awesome. Let's come to an all fours position. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath our hips. Extend the right leg back in space. Push through that heel and then extend your left hand forwards. Big breath in. As you exhale, elbow to knee. Get them to touch. Look to the knee. Good. Inhale, extend them out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Draw the belly in. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, extend. And as you exhale, place it on down. Good. Inhale, left leg extends back. Find your focus and then floating your right hand forwards. Big breath in. Exhale, elbow to knee, crunch it in. Scoop the belly up. Yes, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, make them touch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hand comes down, knee comes down. Good. Take a little swing of those hips side to side. Perfect. Spread the fingers nice and wide, tucking toes, hovering the knees 1 inch off the mat, engaging through our core. So lift your pelvic floor, pull the belly button in. Feel that heat created in the core and in the shoulders. So we are going to be warming up our shoulders quite intensely today as well. Big breath in, you got this. And as you exhale, find your first downward facing dog of the practice. So bending into one knee and then the other. Just cycling out through the feet. Warming up through the back of the leg. Lovely. Relax your jaw, give your head a bit of a nod out. Good, keep it nice and gentle before we move into more challenging stretches. Good, keeping the legs as straight as you can. You're going to tiptoe your feet towards your hands. So don't worry if you need to bend your knees when it gets a bit too much, that's totally allowed. And then when you get to the top, soften your knees, let your head drop down, and just take a moment in this very soft ragdoll pose. Good, soften the knees a little more and then slowly begin to rebuild yourself one vertebrae at a time. Good, stack your head on top, feet together, so big toes touch, palms shine forwards, and find a nice, proud and open chest. Good, inhale, float your hands high, look to the thumbs. Exhale, follow your thumbs all the way to the mat, fold. Good, inhale, hands to shins and lengthen through the waist. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, high plank, take a breath in here. As you exhale, drop the knees, the chest, the chin. Inhale, snake through to the tummy, point the toes, lift the heart. Lovely. As you exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Wonderful. Inhale, right leg floats high. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, hold. Shift the weight forward, so make your shoulders do some work. Good. On your next inhale, extend that leg up to the sky. Exhale, bring it in towards the nose, hold. Shift the weight forwards. Good. When your next inhale comes, extend it up. Lovely. As you exhale, right knee to left elbow, hold. Shift the weight forwards. Good. Inhale, send it up. Good. As you exhale, step that foot in between the hands, high lunge. Reach the hands high up overhead. Wonderful. From here, drop your back heel at 45 degrees. So now you're in a warrior one. You're going to straighten up that front leg and then grab opposite elbows behind you. So you've got a nice proud and open chest. Big breath. As you exhale, keeping the hips square, fold over that front leg. Relax your head and neck. Good. So you're drawing your right hip back in space and your left hip forward. So we're getting into that hamstring on the front leg. Lovely. Big breath in. As you exhale, bring your hands to your mat. Shift the weight into the front foot, bend the knee. Standing split. So left leg reaches high into the air. You're not here for long. You can use your right hand on your right ankle if you wish. Maybe the left hand as well, finding some focus and balance. Lovely. Big breath in. As you exhale, land that left foot behind you. Bring your hands to the inside of that right foot and then shimmy the right foot further to the right. Awesome. We're coming to a plank, so step that right foot back. Big breath. And as you exhale, come to your forearm. So go right forearm first and then your left forearm. So the elbows are right underneath the shoulders. Wonderful. Tiptoe your feet towards your elbows. Keep lifting up through the pelvic floor. Our head is off the mat for this one. We are not in our headstand yet. Good. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, shift the weight forward. Chin touches your thumbs. Good. Push it on back. Good. Inhale, come on forwards. Exhale, push back. Last one. Chin touches thumbs. Exhale, push back. Good. Drop the knees. Drop the forehead. Child's pose. Rest. Breathe. Relax the jaw. Good. Meeting back in our downward facing dog. So tucking toes, lifting the seat. Nice. As you inhale, bend the knees, look forwards. As you exhale, step or jump to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. And as you exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, rise all the way up. Scoop your hands sky high. Wonderful. As you exhale, hands to heart center. Take your feet hip width apart. We're coming into a chair pose. So inhale, reach the hands up. Sink the bum low. Building a little bit of heat in the legs. Shoulders away from ears. And make sure the back of the neck is nice and long. So maybe you slightly look down and forwards. Good. Big breath in. As you exhale, straighten up the legs, hands to mat. You're going to use your peace fingers and thumb around your big toe. Inhale, look forward and lengthen. And as you exhale, fold. Relax your head and neck. Open out through the back of the leg. Good. So draw your belly in, strengthen your front side, lift your kneecaps so the back body can lengthen and relax. Good. As you inhale, come up halfway, hands to shins. Exhale, hands to mat. Step it back, high plank. Breathe in. As you exhale, take it through a vinyasa. Use your knees if you need. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale into your downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee, left elbow, hold. Shift the weight forwards. Lovely. On your next breath in, lift it on up. Exhale to the nose. Hold, shift the weight forwards. Good. Inhale, send it on up. Exhale, right elbow. Hold. Good. On your next inhale, send it up. And then as you exhale, step it in between the hands. High lunge. Reach those hands high up overhead. And then as you exhale, settle your shoulders and drop that back heel down. Just be mindful that your hips don't open up. So you might need to take that left foot further to the left. Scissor your legs together. Good. From here, grab opposite elbows, straighten up that front leg. Big breath. Exhale, folding over that front leg. Head can drop down, just allow your neck to release. And then check in with the hips. So the left hip is drawing back into its socket and the right hip is drawing forwards. Good. Big breath in. As you exhale, hands come down to the mat. Soften into that front knee. Standing splits. Send that right leg high, high, high. Shifting the weight all the way onto that left foot. Maybe challenging ourselves with a balance. Grab the ankle, of your left leg. Maybe with your left hand, maybe with your right hand as well. Good. Take a nice big breath. As you exhale, land that right foot behind you. Bring your left hand on the inside of that left foot so you can shimmy it further to the left. Press into the earth, high plank, inhale. As you exhale, this time drop your left elbow down first and then your right elbow. Elbows are right underneath the shoulders. Nice. Tiptoe your feet towards your hands. Hold it here. This time we're gonna hold. So lift up through your pelvic floor, draw the belly button in. Now as we've opened up our hamstrings, you can find, or you might be able to find that your feet tiptoe a little bit closer to the elbows. You've got this. One more breath. And as you exhale, drop the knees, drop the forehead. Child's pose. Relax. Breathe. Good. As you inhale, slowly coming forwards to all fours. This is where we're going to give our headstand a little bit of a practice. So feel free to watch this demo and then pause the video and then we'll continue on together. But the most important thing is that you don't want to be trying to practice along with me and like looking at the screen, because you could get yourself into a little bit of trouble. So I don't want you to injure yourself. So watch this, pause the video. Also check out that tutorial that I'll link below. So for this one, come on down to your forearms. Measure up, so grab your biceps. You don't want to tickle your biceps, you want to give them a proper grab. And this is going to measure up your elbow underneath your shoulder. So when you go wider, it gets harder. So you want to make sure those elbows are properly in. Loose basket with the hands, you don't want to hold on for dear life. And then you want to find the crown of your head, the very point of your head, and it might take you some time to like nestle down. Good. So head is down, tuck the toes, lift the bum. Now this is a headstand. You can stay here. This is fine. Just test how it feels to have some weight in the head and the forearms. Just make sure that the forearms are protecting the head and neck. So push the floor away. Let's give that one a little practice before we go anywhere else. So when you're ready, come on down. Just listen to my voice. So measure up, elbows underneath the shoulders, loose basket with the fingers. Find the back of the head and the crown of the head is on the mat. Nice. Tuck the toes, lift the bum, and that's it. Just lift the bum. So how does that feel? Have you got a lot of the weight in the head, or can you distribute it into the shoulders a bit? So push the floor away with the shoulders. Zip up the belly. Nice. Just see how that feels. Take one more breath. And as you exhale, drop the knees, untuck the toes. Take a couple of breaths in child's pose. Nice, and then lifting up the head. Awesome. So this is where we're going to go a little bit further with our headstand. So as I say, feel free to watch it, pause, have a little bit of a play, and then we'll close the practice together. So elbows, grab them, measure up, crown of the head down, tuck the toes. Now this is where we use our hamstring flexibility. We walk our feet towards our elbows. Once we're here, one knee comes into the chest, point the toe. You can stay here. This is a good place. Or maybe the other leg comes in and we just hold this simple egg shape. And the worst thing that's going to happen is that your feet fall this way. So we don't want to roll over the opposite way. When we start to kick and hop into it, that's when we have the potential to like keel over the other way. But when we step, it's literally a step, step. We find that little egg shape and we get comfortable there. And you might be there for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, months, who knows? And then you can begin to straighten the legs up. So yeah, have a little play now. You can pause this video. Otherwise, we will close this practice together. So we'll come back to downward facing dog. Take a little stretch out. Take a nice big breath in. Big sigh out. Nice. Walk the feet towards the hands. And take your feet wider than your hands. Good. Grab opposite elbows and just take a little rock from side to side. Release through the neck, the shoulders. Wonderful. Fingers down to the mat, bend the knees, come down into your yogi squat. Good. Hands can stay on the floor if you wish, otherwise hands to heart. Release through the jaw. Notice if your face was clenched up at all. Maybe it was a lot to think about, so see if you can just allow it to wash away with each exhale. Good. And then reaching the hands up high. Slowly, slowly lowering the sit bones down, fingers and toes off. If you had enough core work, hands can come onto the back of the legs, make it a little bit softer. Good. Big breath in. And as you exhale, slowly, slowly lower the feet down and then lower the upper body down. Nice. Make sure you can brush your heel with your middle finger, so bring the feet a little bit closer. One bridge pose. Inhale. Push into the hands, press into the feet. Lift bum, lift chest. Nice. Interlace the fingers. Rock the shoulders underneath. Finding a back bend. So we've done lots of forward bending today. So let's just take one solid back bend. Lovely. One more breath here. And as you exhale, slowly, slowly come on down. Awesome. Take your feet as wide as your mat and let the knees swing from side to side, side to side. Lovely. And then bringing the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little hug. Gently rocking up and down the length of the spine. You can take a shavasana on your back if you wish, that's cool. Or maybe you meet me in a seated position with the eyes closed. Take a big breath. And a big sigh. Hands together at heart center. And just take a moment to thank yourself for this challenge today. And thank yourself for wherever you are on this journey to headstand. Blinking the eyes open. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you check out that headstand tutorial down below. If you have any questions at all, if you want to send me any pictures of yourself on Instagram, I can give you some pointers of little tweaks, little tips that I think might suit you. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. I'm at Hmfyoga. Otherwise, I will see you on tomorrow's flow. Bye guys.